I'm Gene.
I'm David.
And
we're those photo guys.
Today we're going to talk a little bit about tilt shift photography.
Tilt shift.
Tilt shift.
Very expensive lenses, very cheap cameras.
hey, well, all right, yeah, in this case it was, you know, but not all of our cameras are cheap.
Hey, you'll get to see cheap body, expensive lens, awesome results.
That's right, you know, glass, like we said before, you know, you spend money on glass, it makes a world of difference. But that's not what we're really talking about today. We're talking about tilt shift. Tilt shift is a really cool effect that you get by using a very special lens, and you're going to get to see what that looks like. But you know,
it gives you the ability to change your perspective, distort your plane of focus, have selective focus. It operates on a very basic principle. You have tilt effects for the front standard of the lens. You have shift effects that you can also do to the lens, and you can also rotate the lens 360 degrees to shift left to right, or tilt left to right, up and down, horizontally, vertically, however you want to do it.
That sounds really confusing.
It's not. It's not. It's just you have 4 planes of motion that you have the opportunity to change within your lens, giving you various, you know, dramatically drastic results, all in the same composition. We're going to show you a few examples, and we're going to highlight the specific lens that we've been using today. Hey guys, so this right here, this is the Canon, let's see, it's the EW88B 24mm fixed focal length tilt shift lens. It doesn't have autofocus. It doesn't, it's like I said, it's a prime lens, fixed focal length. You have them in different focal length. This one's particularly 24mm, the one we're using. We're going to show you examples. All right, so I was talking about the 4 degrees of motion that you have in this lens. Let me first highlight the tilt lens. Now the way that this works is, you have to unlock the lens first, and then you're able to quite literally tilt the lens on the front side, giving you various different. Now what this mostly affects is your perspective and your focus planes. You've seen a lot of pictures of the various different types of, miniature effects that these lenses are very known for. You really get that achievement with the tilt function. And looks, we got a Kino flow that went out. Great. And then you also have the shift. Now you unlock the shift, and the same thing in the opposite dial. This will allow you, to then shift the perspective. Now this gives you different compositional characteristics. For example, if you want to get a shot of something high up, normally instead of tilting your camera, causing a convergence of lines, you're actually able to shift it, and get that higher composition while keeping your camera parallel to give you the parallel lines. This is extremely essential, very important in architectural photography, structural photography, any type of scene where it is essential for you to maintain non-convergent lines, because the convergent lines, they look cool sometimes, but they don't really paint an accurate picture of what you're trying to photograph. One last feature of this lens that I want you to take a look at is that your ability to actually rotate the lens. And when you rotate the lens, you change from a vertical shift on a vertical tilt to a horizontal tilt, again, giving you the freedom to really explore the different visual properties of using such a high-powered, expensive lens.
All right, David gave a great explanation of how the tilt shift lens works, and the effect that it has on your image when you're making these adjustments. One thing you might be curious about is, does this go onto your camera like any other lens? Sort of. Canon is a little strange to me. I'm a Nikon guy. They have a 2-dot system. If you can give them a little quick look there, David. You've got a red dot and a white dot. Okay. Your prime lenses line up with the red dot and mount to the body, and your zoom lenses match up with the white dot and mount onto the body. Nikon, red dot, white dot, it doesn't matter. they all mount the same. So what you do is, you know, pretty simple. Line up your red dot with your red dot, turn clockwise until you hear it click, and you are mounted. Now the lens, you know, primarily functions like any other lens. You could take regular photos with this. It's got a focus ring up on the front. There, like David said, there's no zoom, but you can compose just like anything else, you know, and focus and take a picture. It won't change how the image looks unless you make some of these adjustments on the camera. Hey everybody, thanks for joining us today and continuing the journey with us, exploring all areas of photography.
I hope we inspired you to maybe give tilt shift lenses a try. You don't have to go out and buy one. There are various different places where you can actually rent one.
Oh, and you know what? They can go out and get a Lens Baby.
Tell them what that is.
A Lens Baby is an alternative to a tilt shift. They range anywhere from about 80 bucks up to around 300. And they have a few different styles, but essentially what they do is they change the plane of focus. They bend and they turn, okay? You don't have all of the options that you have on a traditional tilt shift lens, but you can achieve a lot of the same effects with the Lens Baby. It's a good alternative. They make mounts for most of the major manufacturers, Nikon and Canon, definitely. So
Sony
check them out.
Pentax, maybe.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, but I'm not going to say positively. But yeah, check them out. Lens Baby, pretty cool product.
And thank you for joining us this week. We're the Photo Guys. Hey.
And you know what? Next week, we're going to be talking off-camera flash.